Hey guys, I haven't done one of these in a while, so let's do this damn thing. Let's get into the video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Gemini and Scorpio together. We're going to give some background on each of the signs, and then we're going to talk about what really works very well between these two people, and then some stuff that might not work, and maybe possibly some workarounds, what we could do if we find ourselves in these pickles, if we are in a Scorpio-Gemini couple. If you like these compatibility videos, make sure you give me a like, because it really helps my channel and it lets me know that these are the videos you guys want to see, and it lets YouTube know that this is a good channel, so they're going to share my shit some more. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's give some background on Gemini and Scorpio. So Gemini is mutable air. So mutable gives them this quality of overabundance. Like they have an overabundance of energy for connecting with others. They really have an overabundance of curiosity. The air element makes them very curious. And Scorpio is fixed water, and the fixed quality makes them very static. And water is emotion. This is fixed love. This is a very stable sort of love foundation. They want love to be everlasting and very passionate. For Scorpios, love should be unbreakable. That is the most important thing for Scorpios when it comes to love. It should be something that nobody could take from you, and it has to be the deepest, most unbreakable bond. And to Gemini, love should be an adventure. Love should be a continuous adventure. And one person in my Gemini Venus video kind of like unleashed this inspiration that I have for Gemini, because they were just like, I want somebody who I can never figure out. And I was just like, oh, you want somebody you can never figure out? Have you met Scorpio? So that's why I'm making this video. So what works very well for Gemini and Scorpio? First of all, Gemini is going to find Scorpio fascinating, because Scorpio people like to keep themselves under wraps. And Gemini loves digging. Gemini loves investigating, and not in the Scorpio sense. Scorpio likes to investigate in order to get to the bottom of something. And Gemini likes to investigate just to pass the time. This is their currency. Remember that all of the signs have what I call their currency, and this is the kind of energy that they expend. So Gemini has a lot of mental energy to expend every day. So if they have something to kind of like pick at and like look at and like mull over, they're going to be very entertained. Kind of like, think about it like a puzzle that can never be solved. That really makes Gemini very interested. And Scorpio is a puzzle that can never be solved. So they're going to be happy with that. Scorpio doesn't like people to pry. And that's why it's very useful that Gemini is very smart. Gemini is a very intelligent sign. So they're not going to be like very upfront, like a Sagittarius might just ask you a flat out, very honest question. Scorpio would be like, whoa, you need to calm down. But Gemini is going to find a way. I don't even know. Like Gemini finds a way of asking things that you don't even realize what's going on. So that's going to keep Scorpio on their toes, because they don't like to, give away too much information. But Gemini is going to be very interested. They're going to be like a little butterfly, like flying around you and just be like, over here, over here, over here. Kind of like little gestures. Another thing that works very well for them is that Gemini, Gemini likes to have fun in the intimacy department. Gemini, they like to switch things up, and they like for things to be entertaining. They don't want to be bored. So Scorpio is known to, they have no boundaries when it comes to love, kind of like Pisces, and they can get into some, darker sort of things, because they have this Plutonian quality to them. So they're not going to shy away from exploring different avenues when it comes to physical love, to intimate love. And Gemini is really going to appreciate that. So they can connect very well on that field. Scorpio, even though Scorpio doesn't like to disclose a lot about themselves, they do like to listen to others, because they like to learn about people. They're detectives. And Gemini always loves to talk. So while Gemini is over here talking and talking away, Scorpio is going to be listening and paying attention and learning their Gemini. So I think that this could be very entertaining for both of them, because Gemini loves to talk and Scorpio loves to listen, loves to pry. They're very good listeners, Scorpios. And I think that this union could be very entertaining and very transfixing For the Gemini in particular, and this kind of at some point it can become a little bit of a battle of wits, because Scorpio is very intelligent, very emotionally, intuitively intelligent, and Gemini is very just mentally intelligent. So Gemini is going to be trying to figure the Scorpio out, and Scorpio is going to be trying to figure Gemini out. And if the Scorpio has a little bit of air in their chart, they're really going to like get into each other's minds. And it's kind of like Gemini is the ultimate trickster to me. I call my Geminis my snake charmers, because I feel that they have this ability to just make you think things. And the whole purpose of Gemini existing and of existing in your life is really to take you on a trip into a labyrinth, because you're never really gonna get out. Because as I said to my friend the other day, I was like, how can you get out of the Gemini labyrinth if you never got in? That's really what it's like to be with a Gemini. You don't really know. They kind of like, they're so enticing, so attractive, so entertaining that, you know, you get into a conversation with them, and before you know it, you're like madly in love with them, and you're like in the middle of this labyrinth, and you're just like, how do I like get out of here? Well, how can you get out if you didn't even realize you were walking into it, right? That's what it's like falling in love with a Gemini, but I digress. So this is going to work very well on this intellectual sort of level. They're both going to be trying to figure each other out. And sexually, the chemistry is going to be great. It works very well. So what might not work in this department? And this obviously can be mitigated by the fact that like maybe your Gemini will have some water in their chart, or maybe the Scorpio will have some air in their chart. So obviously keep this in mind. This is just like a pure energy read. This is just the signs on their own. Remember that for true compatibility, you have to look at the rest of the chart. You can't just look at one sign. So if you want that, you have to like get a reading, obviously. But okay, so what might not work? What might not work is the fact that Gemini is lighthearted. Unless they have some Scorpio placement, some 8th house, some Pluto, they're going to be lighthearted. And remember that the whole purpose of Gemini is existence. They think that the world is a playground, and they're here to have fun and to help others have fun, to lighten up, you know. And Scorpio, on the other hand, is here to love very deeply. And Scorpio can get sort of like, once they love somebody, it doesn't matter if you're having fun or not. Like, of course, things can be fun, but for a Scorpio, like, fun isn't on their high priority list. Remember, they're ruled by Mars and Pluto, and Pluto is like the god of the underworld. Like, he doesn't care if you're having fun. Like, the life is like hard and it kills you, and then you get back up again and you transform. That is Scorpio. That's Scorpio's idea of the world and of love. And Gemini is over here like, hey man, like, that's so serious, that's so heavy. I'm just here to have fun. Like, can like cause a little bit of trouble, cause a ruckus, you know, frolic in a field. That is more like Gemini's. Like, I know I'm making it seem like they're trolls or something, but they're very, very energetic, and they're just here to have a good time. So do you see how these things might not work on a certain level? They might not work in that area. But the thing is that, of course, no one's a pure Gemini and no one's a pure Scorpio, unless you're like that one client that I had that had like everything in Scorpio. But so you have to see the rest of the chart to see what sort of mitigating factors are going to help them out. So if the Scorpio has a lot of air, has a lot of lightness, they're going to be able to, you know, maybe be a little less fixed. Or if the Gemini has some Cancer there, has some Pisces, then they're really going to be attracted to the intense love and emotion that the Scorpio wants to give them. So really, it's just a matter of depths and how deep they each like to go. Gemini doesn't like to go too deep. They're just like, no, I mean, like, if you get too deep to a Gemini, it's just like, if you get too deep, then you get bogged down, then you can't keep moving. And Gemini wants to keep moving. They have all this energy to burn, and they want to be able to do a lot of things with the person that they love and just with their life. So they're not going to get bogged down with emotions, with heaviness. They're just like, no, man, life's too short. And Scorpio is just like, if things aren't heavy and intense, I'm not fully invested. And Scorpio needs intensity and needs emotion and like a little bit of suffering, a little bit of tears in order to feel fully invested. So that's what I think. But other than that, without the mitigating factors, aside from that, let's just say that your Gemini has water and it really works. I think that they're really good for each other because they're both really smart to me. And I don't know, I think that it's sort of like an even playing field. I know that was kind of short, but that's all I have to say about that. So if you have anything that I might have missed, make sure you put it in the comments, because I always like to learn from people who are actually in relationships And you'd be surprised how much astrology I learned from you guys and your life experiences, because you tell me like your actual life experience and I translate that into like my astrology language, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I get that. Like, oh, that's because it's mutable. Oh, that's because it's fixed. So don't forget to leave me your stories in the comments. I always read them, and like I reply 99% of the time. So make sure you leave me your comments. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.